Okay, so a bit of a coincidence this week. I'm actually going to see this band tonight at Coco at the iTunes Festival. It's CSS with their second album, Donkey. What did you think of the original CSS?
Yeah, it's not my sort of thing. I think it's a bit gimmicky. I like the Let's Make Love, Listen to Death from Above, a good tune. I didn't really explore them as much as I should have done, maybe. But
well, they're pretty phenomenal live. They're really, really good. I listened to a few of the big singles last year, and then I saw Catch 'em at Glastonbury, pretty awesome.
Okay.
So I've been quite looking forward to this album. It's been produced by Mark Stent, so they're going for a bit more of a polished sound.
He's done Oasis and he's done Madonna. He's done Massive Attack. He's a big name producer.
Yeah, he is. Yeah. So I'd say from initial listen, it kind of lacks the punch and the rawness of the first album, which was just totally different when it came out last year. It blew everyone else away as far as I'm concerned. This sounds like a little bit. It's like a bit ting-tings. I don't like the ting-tings. It's like this album sounds real wishy-washy like them.
Okay.
It kicks off with a track called Jagger Jogger, which, it's not too bad. It's a bit of a crossover track. You can hear this sort of little bits of remnants from the first album and going into this more polished sound.
Okay.
One of my favourite tracks is one called The Rat Is Dead, which is when they just go into their full-on punk pop, rawness, aggression. Love Fox is amazing singing on this track. But, there's a track on there called Reggae All Night. I mean, what is that about?
That's a terrible idea. Reggae, I don't reggae all night, I don't reggae any time of the day.
Yeah, well, it's not a reggae track, must be said. It's very 80s sounding track. It's a bit of a pastiche. Well, I don't really like it anyway. But you get to that halfway mark and you're thinking, so basically it's going to tail off now, isn't it? But you're kind of praying, oh my god, they got some great tunes in there.
Does it come back? Does it surprise you at the end? No,
it doesn't. Not really. The last track, one of the last tracks is very good.
So basically Donkey tails off.
Hey, very funny. The only other good track on that I really like is one called How I Became Paranoid, which is sort of like the orange cutting through the duck fat, because it's back to that raw sound again. It's almost like, like people say that Liam Gallagher, or Noel Gallagher, you've got nothing to write about now, you're not working on a building site.
Well, I guess they had the hunger, they had the passion when they were a down and out punk band. They've got the money, they've got the producer, and maybe the hunger's gone a bit.
Well, I think so. Like, some of the lyrics are really, really weak. There's a track called I Fly, and it's just so weak lyrically that, you just had enough, really. And I don't like the new single Left Behind, because to me it's a bit like Madonna circa Jimmy Jimmy, and it's just, oh, aren't they cute with their little Brazilian accent singing in English, and it's a little bit of a jokey, it's a bit of a joke sound. So I reckon, it's a difficult second album, isn't it? So let's see what they come back with. They're good live. I'm looking forward to tonight. But there's just no big hits on them like the first album. So
Donkey, it's awful. That could possibly be my worst joke ever.
Possibly.
We've got some new albums that I've been listening to. You've done your CSS, your trendy Brazilian proto-punk funk malarkey. I've sided this week with miserable men in their 30s.
Oh dear.
Funny that. Can you see a theme going on? Right, this album, I'm loving this. This is the long-awaited new album from the Hold Steady, Stay Positive, their 4th album.
Quite hyped.
Very hyped, but
4 or 5 stars.
It's very completely justified. Girls and Boys in America. So their album came out 2006, kind of heralded as a classic. I don't know if you know much about them. They were from Minneapolis. They've relocated to Brooklyn. Sort of like a mix between Bruce Springsteen's E Street Band, Husker Du, and the Replacements.
I think that's naughty, because I think that's horrible against Bruce Springsteen. Bruce Springsteen's a billion times better than the whole
Well, I'm not really too fussed about Bruce Springsteen. I don't like all the sax solos. Mercifully, the Whole Steady do Bruce Springsteen at his best without the sax solos, which has got to be a good thing. So in this album, the blueprint is basically the same as the last album. Craig Finn, 36, singer-songwriter, great lyrics about messed up, kids in America. His personal anecdotes.
Women.
Yeah, lots of women, lots of drinking, lots of drugs, lots of sex. A bit like PopJunkie, just around the offices of a normal night. But this album follows the same blueprint, although it does deviate slightly. So it's big shouty choruses, big rolling, thumping pianos. You've got brass, your big horns, punch the air anthems, sing-along choruses with a kind of dark undercurrent. Although this album, they've sort of they branched out a bit. There's a track called One for the Cutters that's got a harpsichord on it. There's one called Both Crosses, which is an all-country dark ballad with Jay Mascis playing banjo. And you've got Navy Sheets, which is a song about terrible things like masturbation and sex and things we won't talk about.
It's kind of a bit from a different perspective, this album, isn't it? Because it's not them being naughty, womenising. Yeah,
they always write about characters. Yeah, they follow that kind of tradition of writing about characters. like Elvis Costello's done, like the Kinks have done. So it's very observational lyrics. Navy Sheets have got a bit of a new wave synth thing on, and we've got a thing going on PopJunkie at the moment that we are, you know, slagging bands off who do sound a bit 80s and new wave with synthesizers, but I think they get away with it.
Synth pop.
But I actually think this is a great record. It's not quite as great as Girls and Boys America, but it's getting there. It's, you know, it's a very mature. It's probably their most focused album, not their greatest album. You know, the other one beforehand gets that. It's a great record for me. They are, you know, the best contemporary band in America. I'm going to stake my life on that.
Oh.
Also, the most exciting band to come out. And
I don't think they're exciting. I think they're
the most important band. They're saying something. Who else is saying something?
They're saying the same sort of stuff that Oasis said, that loads of people have said before.
I think it's great, and it's got big guitar solos in it, which is good because no one does guitar solos anymore. Everyone's too obsessed with doing this Joy Division-y stop-start. Big guitar solos.
I like guitar solos.
You like Guns N' Roses. You must love guitar solos.
Talking of Guns N' Roses.
Here we go.
Chinese Democracy might be coming out because there's a new track being released on the new. Is it Rock Band 2 or something?
Yeah, it's coming out. They're releasing stuff on Rock Band 2, and I think Metallica have said that they're going to release an entire new album via one of the computer games as well.
But always on Guns N' Roses.
The first showing of, or the first hearing of Chinese Democracy will be via a video game, which probably says it all, doesn't it?
Oi.
More miserable bands who are into all country, etc. This is a band called Last Harbour, who are from Manchester, 7-piece collective. I guess if you go over 4-piece, you're a collective, I think, aren't you? This is
I
like that. This is Mind Know and Foe, which is their new EP, which is out at the end of July. Released on Little Red Rabbit Records, who are a great British all-country label. We was, you know, so mix a lot of stuff and some really, really good stuff. A couple of my mates who actually signed to them as well. These bands sound.
Oh, that's not while we're reviewing it.
No, obviously not. No shameless plugging at all. It's a really great EP. It's the first release from them since their album came out earlier in the year. Their album came out in March. Dead Fires and Lonely Spark. This is 3 brand new songs. You've got Mind Know and Foe, which is the title track of the EP. Very kind of dark spaghetti western Ennio Morricone thing going on. Bit of a revenge drama.
A bit like Last Shadow Puppets then?
No. It's more Nick Cave, more kind of Tindersticks. Quite gloomy, dark, melodramatic, all country. The Wanting Seed is a tale of tragic love. A bit like my life, really. Yeah. And Sinner is a kind of gospel-tinged epic. So they're from Manchester. They're playing a few dates. I think there's a tour planned later in the year. But Last Harbour, you can check them out on myspace.com Last Harbour or on www.lastharbour.co.uk. That's on the internet apparently.
Oh, wicked.
So miserable bands for me of men in their 30s this week.
So we've wrapped up with episode 15. Next week we're going to be reviewing the Primal Scream album. I'm also going along on Monday for a bit of culture to the BBC Proms.
Oh, get you.
I know, I'm going to see Saint Zayn Symphony No. 3. Then I'm going to Secret Garden Party next weekend. What are you doing?
You've gone all Tory. I'm probably just going to stay in and rearrange my sock drawer.